and it's Janna Hamrick. Janna Hamrick is a fifth grade teacher at Rock Branch Elementary School in Nitro, and they announced it at an assembly this morning. Janna joins us on Metro News Talkline. Janna, good morning. Congratulations. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you. I'm doing wonderful.
Were you surprised?
Absolutely shocked. Like, I was looking around the room to see if this award could be for him, and they said my name. I didn't even really, it didn't process that that's my name.
Well, congratulations. And I don't think you receive this award if you're not dedicated to your profession and good at what you do. So you're a fifth grade teacher. Tell us about the subjects that you teach and tell us about your approach in teaching.
Okay. I teach math and science in fifth grade, and we use a program called Eureka, and I believe that full interaction with the students when you're teaching is the best way to get your message across and also for them to learn. I love having light bulb moments, and sometimes I'm teaching and then all of a sudden I'll say something and the kids are like, oh, okay. And it hits, and it's like, oh, I just had that moment, like, praise God, thank you. Like, and then, that happens quite often. There's never a dull moment in my classroom. I'm kind of I'm a jokester and a little bit silly, and I think that also keeps the kids on their toes and interacting. And, they always know I'm looking for my coffee or my phone, or, they keep me in line. So they're like my mini secretaries, but they are always eager to learn. I feel like we have a good time in my classroom every day, and even though it's sometimes math, and, we're hitting the books hard and I'm really challenging them. For the most part, I feel like they enjoy being in my room and they are constantly learning and changing in their education.
Janna Hamrick is with us, fifth grade teacher at Rock Branch Elementary School in Nitro, and she has received this national honor from the Milken Educator Foundation. It's called the Oscar of Teaching. You talked about, I think it's interesting, that aha moment, like when they get it. And
yes.
That must make you feel like, oh, wow, okay, this is working, huh?
It gives you up, like, okay, let's keep going with this, because if they get it, then it might be the next kid. It'll be the next one. It'll be the next one. And, sometimes they'll even say, like, oh, I just had a light bulb moment. And I'm like, yay. And I try to celebrate light bulb moments, because I feel like when they have that, that's a huge success for them, especially if they've been struggling with a concept. Having that moment of like, I get it now. What she's been talking about for the past, 10, 15 minutes, like it's sunk in, and I'm making a connection. And so not only is it exciting for me, but it's mostly exciting for them. So that like they've made the connection, and they're on board with what we're doing at that.
Janna, how do you manage, and I don't know how big your classroom is, or your class is, 20, 25, I don't know what it is, but how do you manage when by the fifth grade, clearly you're going to have some students that pretty quickly get that light bulb moment, and some students who it takes longer and even much longer. How do you manage that?
Okay, I didn't hear part of your question. I heard how do I manage, but I didn't hear when some students at the fifth grade, I didn't hear part of it. It cut out.
Some students, obviously, they get it pretty quickly, and other students, it takes much longer, so you have different levels in their classroom. How do you manage that?
Well, there's obviously like a general average where a lot of the students are. You have your high achievers, and then you have some that are lower achievers but are still capable of learning the concepts. And none of them are exempt from being able to do what I'm teaching them. And I don't mean that in like a mean way. I mean that in like, I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to find the best way for them to understand this. So I feel like with the program we use in math, and also just how I do things in my classroom, that no matter what, like I will get on their level with, say we're teaching multiplication, and I may find a couple different ways to teach them multiplication. And then, from there, the ultimate goal is to get to, say, the standard algorithm. But, I may teach them a couple different ways to do it to get them to that point. And then there's also the higher achievers. So then, our higher achievers we may do some other challenging activities that will put them on the other side of that average and keep pushing them to be challenged each and every day. But it's always about meeting the kids and their need where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
And so if a kid is struggling, then I'm going to meet with them and see how can I help them? Where's the struggle out? Let me see what you're doing, and then maybe I can guide you in a way that's going to help you to get where you need to be.
Yeah. Janna Hamrick, fifth grade teacher at Rock Branch Elementary School in Nitro, the second recipient announced this morning of the prestigious Milken Educator Award, a national honor, and she will receive also $25,000 to do with as you wish. Janna, congratulations. Keep up the great work. We need people like yourself in the classroom, so keep up the great work, please. Will you?